This quick tutorial is dedicated to people who need to translate or proofread the website. So we have a French website and we're going to try to translate most of it in English. All the editable content is available from Dash, and you can see in all those sections different data collections. Let's start with the news data collection. So here you can see all the news articles listed, and you can notice that some of them are double. So every time an article is in French, the ID number in the ID column should be the same than in the FR column. The same for the English version, the ID number should be the same in the ID column than in the EN column. Those two letters columns can have different name depending on the language we're working with. Let's say Spanish would be ES, Dutch would be NL, etc. Most of the time those columns will be pre-filled with those numbers for you, but I'm just going to show you quickly if you need to create one yourself manually, how the logic goes. So we happen to have actually an English article. It hasn't been translated to French, but it's in English. And right now we can see that the EN and the FR column are empty. So when those two columns are empty, by default, the article will show on both the English version and the French version of the website. So the first thing we want to do is copy this article. I'm just going to go on the right hand side of the table and click on the little sheep icon to clone the existing article, and we just obtain a copy of it. So this copy is identical from the original in every way except for the ID number. And what we want to do now is declare which one is the English version and which one is the FR version. So we decide the number 10 is going to stay in English, and the number 19 we just created is going to be the French version. So I'm just going to enter 10 in the EN column and 19 in the FR column. So repeat this step for both articles. You can click on Save. And now all you need to do is click on each cell to translate the text inside. There is another data collection dedicated to translation. This is called Translations. And if you open it, you will see that you have a column called Key, and then one column per language, the FR and the EN in our case. Most of the time, the key is the original text. In our case, we can see that all our keys are in French because the original version of the website is French. If the text in the website is too long to be a key generally should be short, less than 20 words or something like this, then we create a different key that the site will recognize, and we fill in the FR column with the text that will show in the website. So if you need to translate this line, for example, don't translate the key, translate what you see in the FR column. But most of the time, the column to be translated will be pre-filled for you, so you don't have to worry about this. Some text might contain HTML formatting, and you can see that when you have italic, bold, big titles, or links, for example. And the idea is to preserve the formatting when you're translating or editing. Click on Display Source, and now you should see a different background color. And from there you can see all the HTML tags. So typically the HTML tags are delimited by angle brackets. So try not to touch anything within those brackets. And when you have text in between two HTML tags, that's where you can change something. Once you have edited the text, you can click on Display WYSIWYG and you will see the result with the formatting. If you need to pass text with HTML code in it, make sure you're into display source mode, otherwise the HTML code will be discarded. Those HTML tips are valid for any data collection in Dash. You can search keywords in any data collection, just simply press Ctrl F as in find. You can actually find more keyboard shortcuts in this little icon here on the top right corner. When editing in Dash, grammar and spell checker is very convenient. And to the date of this video, the best one I could find was called Language Tool. Under languagetool.org, it's available for Chrome, Safari, and Firefox. And you can download a free extension for any of those web browsers, and it works perfectly. I hope this tutorial will put you on the right tracks to edit and translate from Dash.